sponsors of the parade, and not just a sponsor to help us bring this broadcast to you, but someone who has been an active supporter of the Sikh community through his work, Mr. Pat Krispi from Keogh Krispi Law Firm. Mr. Krispi, first of all, such a pleasure to have you. This is not your first Sikh Day parade. You've been to these before. How does it feel coming back after all these years? What does the crowd look like? What's the whole feeling like? What are you experiencing right now?
I'm experiencing a lot of relief and a lot of optimism, because, in the last 5 or 6 years, we've been through some tough times. The parade was suspended for a period of time, but it's quite obvious that the Sikh community is as vibrant as ever, and it's just an honor and a pleasure to be back.
It's an honor to have you back. Mr. Krispi, specifically Keogh Krispi Law Firm, I want you to share with our viewers what it is you specialize in, because this is something that is very important to members of the Sikh community.
Okay, well, we have been representing members of the Sikh community in the Queens area and all throughout New York City for many, many years. And we primarily represent working people, primarily focused on construction workers, but also injured people who get involved in car accidents, taxi drivers, people who are involved in supermarket incidents or subway incidents. And we represent them and obtain compensation for them for damages that they've received in terms of injuries or financial loss. And we represent them in the courts. We represent them all throughout the process. And we make sure that they get everything they're entitled to. And that's basically our function.
Mr. Krispi, once again, sometimes individuals that encounter these kind of scenarios, they worry that the language barrier could prevent them from getting adequate representation or from getting their fair due process in a court of law.
I'm very glad you asked that question, because there are a couple of obstacles that many of the people in the community imagine and feel that they have to confront. First of all, with regard to the language barrier issue, we have many consultants in the area who are of Sikh backgrounds, who we work hand in hand with the clients, so they have that level of comfort and understanding that there is somebody who can relate to them on that level. The other thing that is maybe even more important is many times people who get injured in workplace scenarios or environments, they're told that they don't have rights. And they're told that based upon their immigration status, they could be placed in jeopardy. And they're also sometimes subject to misrepresentations about what they're entitled to. That's why it's so important to consult with a firm like mine, who will advise them of their rights without obligation, and who will also represent them without obligation unless there's some sort of recovery. But that doesn't come until the end. We never take money from a client, we never charge them, and we always keep them well informed and well equipped. So these are things that the community must understand, that they have rights and they should seek professional representation or at least consultation to get that understanding.
I'm so glad you shared that, especially when it comes to immigration-related issues, because when it comes to people that are working, in the working sector, whether it's construction, like you said, grocery stores, etc., Uber drivers, taxi drivers, these are all individuals that are hard-working members of this society. And once again, they all deserve their due process. God forbid something should happen. Mr. Krispi, if anyone wants to avail your services, what is the best way they can get in touch with your firm?
Well, the website is keoghcrispi.law, KEOGHCRISPI.law. You can Google my name, Pat James Krispi. The phone number is 212-818-0600. There's a link with the network as well, so if you did a search, you would be able to find us. We have offices in Manhattan, but we also visit our clients, and I, without exaggeration, spend at least once or twice a week in the Queens area, South Richmond Hill, Ozone Park, Jamaica, visiting with my clients to make sure that we can facilitate all of the necessary aspects of proper representation.
That is so wonderful to hear. Thank you so much again, Mr. Krispi, not just for being a generous and important sponsor for this broadcast, but once again being an ally to the Sikh community, especially the workers working so hard here in New York City. We hope you have a great rest of your day here. Pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations.